and I record on this computer.
I am recording now.
I am recording now.
Robot.
iRobot.
I don't know why I was going to say Cena. That's not a thing. Like,
did you forget what the movie was called of iRobot?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were doing. How could you forget Will Smith's greatest movie of all time?
Wild Wild West.
All right, well, guys, here we are again.
Once again.
Now, what?
I still need to edit our 5-hour video. That's just been sitting ahead of me, but I think now that I can maybe look away from the news for an hour at a time, I might be able to.
By the end of this game, everything will have changed.
Oh,
By the time you come back and look at the news, it's all
actual space would have risen. It's gonna be a thing.
If you guys hear any weird noises coming from us, it is our dogs that desperately want to escape their kitchen prison that we have put them in.
Because they're bad.
Because they are bad. They will destroy this entire room and each other.
Because they can't sit still.
Yeah, they can't. They will not take naps in here. So, hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, welcome back.
Are you guys ready to play some fun?
Yeah,
some fun, silly D&D?
Looking over my limited edition character.
Good. Now, last time we played Esther's special one-shot. All of you guys were getting your special little one-shots, and Esther got his. So, although Mavs, yours wasn't really like about your backstory per se, but you're a swashbuckler, so I wanted to give you a pirate one. But Esther's, yours was sort of about your backstory, and today we may see a little bit of Astrid's as well. So, can you guys hear them crying and whining?
A little bit.
I hear noise, but it's hard to tell what it is. It's just like
it is them screaming in pain. I've covered the floor of the kitchen in spikes. So if you so you know, they are in agonizing pain.
Good. You gotta lay down the law sometimes.
That's true. Today we are going to play a one shot with Astrid. And last that you guys remember, what are you doing? Don't manage your levels now. You didn't level up yet.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh, poopy. She loves that. She loves what I say. It's her favorite thing to ever hear. So, Esther, when you came back,
when we were evil,
when you came back, Draxia rewarded you or congratulated you on a job well done, and you got some cool swag from your adventures. I believe Mav has not yet returned, as Mav had to think over a few things. And as soon as you were back, Draxia simply turned to Astrid and went, ha ha, and just slammed her hands together, and Astrid disappeared. Or the Lich, formerly known as Astrid. What's Astrid's new name? No, just Astrid? Okay, I thought so. So, Astrid, the Lich formerly known as Astrid, disappears instantly. And that's where we're going to pick up from. Is there anything?
That's where we're going to pick off.
Is there anything you guys need to do before we start?
No.
Okay. All right. So you guys got your character sheets?
Time to pick off.
Stop looking at my secrets. No. I hate this. I want my screen back. Because your dirty secret taken eyes. So, Astrid, this is for you.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
So it's for me.
You disappear, and you're not falling like you guys often were when she teleports you. You're simply standing in a new place. A bleak, flat land stretches before you, made of smooth white stone.
Ohio.
With metallic golden beams sort of running through it. Solid, not like beams of light, but they're metal. The sky is dusk blue with a vast array of stars, but no moon. Before you, emanating light, is a large round building of some kind, and beyond it, several miles away, is what looks like a large glittering city with a beam of light rising from it straight into the sky. You have seen this place before. You've glimpsed it in the past when you made your pact, when you promised yourself to the wisdom in exchange for power. Stop that. The round structure before you has smooth white stone walls and golden trim, along with elaborate stained glass windows. On the stained glass windows are symbols of a great four-legged blue being bathed in light. You recognize that creature. That is the wisdom. So, there is what sounds like murmuring or muffled speaking coming from inside this building, and it's pretty much the closest structure to you in this vast, empty kind of place. There are large wooden doors. How would you like to proceed?
I guess I'll go in one of the doors.
Okay. Are you doing this quietly or are you just walking in?
No, I'll just walk in.
Okay. You grab the door and begin to open it. They're heavy, and you're floating pretty much all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you float over and begin to open the door. The large doors open to a round room with no furniture except for statues of that same four-legged beast and small glowing orbs of light floating around in order to illuminate the room. And that's where a lot of the glowing was coming from. They're very bright. The ceiling looks just like the sky, dark blue and filled with stars. The white stone floor is run through with the same golden metallic beams in a swirling pattern that seems to converge in the center of the room. And in the center of the room is a group of about 5 robed people, all standing around some kind of glass cube with a human man inside of it. The man seems to be very irritated. One of the robed people begins to speak. They all seem to be kind of in a conversation. Brothers and sisters, we must refrain. We must wait for Master Proudmoore to return from his meeting with the Great Wisdom. Another one speaks up. Well, I just think it's dangerous to keep him alive, and points to the man in the glass cube. He wounds our Great Wisdom so, and not to mention that thing in the basement. It's only a matter of time before that thing breaks out. And another one speaks. And yet we will wait. Master Proudmoore said that this man's body is to be studied, so they may understand where his powers came from. And then he will be placed in the catacombs as a sign of respect. He is, after all, quite potent. And what of the thing in the basement? Oh, fuck the thing. I think we're just going to burn that after it's dead. It's definitely not going in the catacombs. But shouldn't we honor it? No, it's awful. We're going to fucking burn it and send it into the nothingness. And it's at that point that one of them kind of looks up and notices you.
Yeah, I'm going to do something in the middle of them talking before that even happens.
Okay, so
But
okay.
I'm just trying to find... I feel like my spells are less.
Oh, I deleted all of them.
Does that make sense?
I mean, did you do something, or did you mess with them? I haven't touched any of your spells.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at that. Like,
Did
I
you
don't
do
have any.
Beyond update and change things?
Hang on, let me...
Do you need Beyond may have updated? I don't know. Are you looking for one of the homebrew
my
ones that I
God.
gave you?
It wiped out all my spells.
Oh my sweet.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
Mm.
I guess check your sheets, guys, because fuck.
You just pick them from the
I
list.
am-
It's okay
I'm going
if
to.
they're not prepared.
No,
I don't give a shit.
I know what I'm gonna do.
We kind of homebrewed that anyway. I don't really care about. It's sort of like you guys just sort of know all of them
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
what
but
you
it
want.
just fucking
Thunderclap.
sucks because I had the ones that I
Yeah.
liked,
I know. I'm sorry.
and now I just have to find what it was. I'm sorry. It's a big list, man.
Was it a homebrew spell?
No, it's not It's not a homebrew. It's an area of effect.
Okay.
Mine looks good, but I'm not casty. What does Esther's look
I'm
like, Jeff?
so pissed.
I
D&D
am looking at
Beyond.
my limited edition characters, so I don't know. Let's see.
Just saying, might be worth checking.
I'm I'll do. I'm not gonna even try.
Synaptic static.
Yeah.
So you're not even gonna talk to them. You're just gonna fucking blow their
I
brains
heard, I
out.
heard enough. I heard there's something good in the basement and something good in this circly orb. So
Well, what they said is there's something terrible in the basement and something terrible in this box.
for them and the wisdom.
Yes.
So something good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
So what do I have to roll or do for these poor?
So
babies?
it's a 20-foot sphere.
That'll pretty much
My
contain.
dumbass was like, wow, what's a sphere?
My
Sphere.
my spells are good.
It's just you.
Actually, I don't know because it's not my thing. Hold on, hon. I will tell you. I know you have to make above probably an 18, whatever it is.
You're just gonna roll?
20. You have to make a intelligence 20.
Oh man.
This fucking chair.
I legit got a 19.
Really?
So you're sure it's 20?
Yeah, it says
You're,
I had it. I had
you're
a
DC 20 because it's your spell modifier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they because I just rolled for all of them because there's 5 of them. I'm not going to do that. So they failed. So what happens to them?
They take 8d6 psychic damage. 1,
That's a
2,
lot of
3,
damage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, that's cool. D&D Beyond has a thing now.
It made a little noise. All right, so 31,
Everyone.
and
Pretty
then
rad.
Thank you, Joe.
they have muddled thoughts for a minute, so they
Yeah.
minus a d6 to any attack or ability checks or constitution.
Yeah, you don't.
Or intelligence throws.
What happens if they die? I'll ask you.
Nothing.
What does this look like when they die from this move? What is you walk into this room?
Well,
you're about to fucking wreck all 5 of these people. You walk into this room. What does Astrid do?
So I mean, they just all.
So your horrible
I can't make
form.
the poppy noise. Yeah.
You walk in. You're hearing them all bicker. Do you just like do you like wave your hand? Do you scream? Like do you?
No, I just keep walking.
Oh fuck! I like that. Then I think this is best seen from inside the cube. Randy, you're inside the cube. You're fucking irritated. These fucking weirdos are all yelling and they keep saying that they're gonna kill you and that you're some great terror.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I'm sorry, whoever Randy is. I'm sorry if you get hit by it.
You're no, it's fine.
Okay.
You're in this cube, and as you kind of look upon these all these ding dongs who are talking about you, you see some horrible thing walk in from the door. She is almost insectoid looking in her body, but definitely like a woman. Large horns kind of curling back and around. She has is half of your face gone, right? Half of your face is really fucked up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like she's like disfigured across her face to where there's some like teeth
I
and
really
skeletal bones. Oh yeah,
Like that's the inspiration. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
kind of shit.
you can see her body looks morphed and twisted, but still
Excuse me. Hold on, I'm gonna pop it in the chat.
has form, is holding itself together. You can see her fingers end in claws, and she is floating like a foot or two above the ground as the doors open before her, and all the men are like, well, what we gotta do is after we kill him, we're going to
Bastard
dissect him."
scientist! Bastard scientist!
And what they hear from outside is just as this man. Randy, can you describe what you look like?
What is Coraline with the dad who at the typewriter?
Oh my god.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
that. That's very good.
Basically
so like,
that.
tired looking.
Yes.
And fucking, so you're banging on the door. You're regular like dress shirt and loose tie. You look haggard.
But in like
A Michigan hoodie.
slave peasant toga, but the dad from Coraline.
And as they're sitting there like, well, no, but I do believe it's probably best that we investigate his mind first. We must cut in and check this room. And yes, but we already know that what it needs to be is an arcane sort of look. But it's not arcane. What we don't and then we cut back to you inside, Randy. You can't hear what they're saying, but as you're sitting there like how suddenly you see them and you're like, and their eyes explode, followed by their heads, and just all over the glass cube like wall that you're in is just all over it as you just and amidst the blood now all over the front. Yeah, so you're looking at a sheer red like bloody glass wall, and then suddenly across it, now standing directly in front of it and looking in on you kind of inquisitively is Astrid, with her horrible sharp teeth, silver tongue, which you still have, and your twisted terrible body. Now, and you have your scorpion tail, right? It's just out all the time.
Yeah, I guess
it's no longer
didn't it
like
kind
just,
of like fuse.
it like evolved and became like a thing. Yeah. So you're horrific. So there she stands before you. Now, as you wipe the wall away and kind of stand there, there's a moment, Randy, where you're probably frightened, I would imagine, but you haven't been able to break out of this thing at all. And no one's been able to break in. So it's probably going to be, and then suddenly the four walls begin to fall like down, like because it was being held together by very like potent magic that these guys were doing. They were mages, so they weren't very, very strong. But
now they're dead.
And now they're fucking dead. So they can't hold the enchantment together, and the whole cage falls apart. And now you are sitting there in front of this.
What's do I see like a clipboard or anything?
What'd you say?
Like a clipboard or anything from the desk?
So I like to imagine that you in your little room, in this little cell, you had a tiny cot, you had a little desk that they like watched you write and stuff because they were watching you do stuff. They were learning what you were about. And you did have like a clipboard, a pen or pencil, a little desk, a little shitty chair, and a little cot to sleep.
I want to turn on heal and just telekinesis everything at this creature behind me and start running away.
So all of this stuff begins to fly at you. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw if you even care, or you can just take the damage from these miscellaneous items.
No.
Okay.
Who do you think I am?
Okay.
What is it? Dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw.
$14.
14. All right, I think that's good enough. So because he is very good at what he kind of naturally very good, you're just going to take half damage, and you're just throwing stuff at her, right?
Yeah, not like weapons or anything.
Okay, I want you to roll 3d6.
3d6.
Mm-hmm. Really pull up
8.
8
Mm-hmm.
Out of 3d6.
I know, it wasn't very good.
Okay, you take 4 bludgeoning damage as he throws like a chair and stuff at you, and he's terrified.
D&D and Beyond.
He doesn't quite seem like the dangerous, terrible thing that these men were saying he was, or these people were saying he was. I would too, Jeff, if you could have the spell of telekinesis out for you.
Okay.
Just so that you could, just so that we can reference it.
Sure.
But for right now, we'll say when you throw shit at someone, it's like 3d6 if it's normal stuff, and then if you throw like heavy, because you throw it with such speed, but if it's heavy shit, it'll be more. I'm just spinning this off the top of my head. Do you have your stats too, Jeff? Like your strength, intelligence? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I didn't have that.
You never hold person.
Well, yeah, but I didn't have it, so that's not fair.
Remember, you're good at talking. You just talk to him. You don't have to fill his blood with leeches. You just have a conversation. But so the only door out is behind her, but I imagine you're just running wildly in this large room. So it's just like as soon as you get out of your cell, your nice dress shoes are running on like this sort of marble kind of floor. So it's just like like the sort of squeaky sound that it makes. Is
So are you running in circles?
I'm
Since I'm
just running to the other side of the. He's just running away from me, just to the other side of the church.
I'm just gonna sit by the door and I guess kind of just wait for him to stop throwing a tantrum.
So I run and I stop. I turn around and look at this thing.
She's just waiting by the front door, probably like with her arms
Mhm,
folded, with the tail just kind of curling behind her.
Are you
What's
the
in
god
your
of wisdom?
brain?
What?
Why did they want to cut you open and look at your brain?
Is that what they were saying?
Mhm.
Are you
What's
the
in
god
there?
of wisdom?
What?
Are you the god of wisdom?
Yes.
I want to start clawing at the wall.
You have frightened him.
Why are you afraid of me?
Your people have been trying to, I don't even know what, apparently get at my brain for the last week and a half.
You've been in
How
there
long,
for a week?
How long have I been in there?
You've been in there for
A
I
year.
think just a few days. I think you've only been in here for a few days.
Okay.
Are you with the thing that they're saying? What was it in the basement?
There's something in the basement.
Yeah. Are you with the thing in the basement that they were talking about?
What the hell is in the basement?
You were kept separate. You wouldn't know.
I feel like there's a miscommunication here. You're not the god of wisdom. I don't believe you.
Roll an insight check, motherfucker.
I mean, should I?
You don't have you don't have insight because I didn't give you all the skills.
No, I
Just
don't.
roll a d20.
Roll a d20 and roll it with advantage.
Oh, I see. He's a smart one, huh?
And add your either your intelligence or your charisma.
Okay, let's do that again. Not 20 plus 5.
Okay. No, you're
Wow.
right.
That is-
I'm not.
If that is anything, that is a monster. This is a monster.
I'm here to kill the god of wisdom.
Then maybe we're on the same side here. I was hanging out, and the last couple of days have been very stressful on me. I've been going through some things that I'm not going to get into.
Okay.
Let's go see what's in the basement.
Okay.
So at that you begin to approach, and the cell that you were in where the glass had sort of lowered, the floor, the center of the floor, as you guys approach it, you can see that it is supposed to open in some way, because there's like a clear like kind of indentation sort of slot around the whole thing, like a large circle, but how you get into the basement you're not sure.
So, regarding to my character, the violently pulled through a thing, has that happened yet?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you got here.
Here, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what's going on with we can't open the?
You're just not sure how to get to the basement. It's just like this flat floor. There is like a big space that you were on, that your like cell was on, but you're just not sure how to open it. You just have to either you can roll intelligence or you can roll investigation.
Is a door, you're saying?
Like the floor is like there's a large circular space where all the gold sort of beams come to.
Where it would go down.
Yeah, you're
like
just
an
not
elevator?
like sure what you're supposed to do here.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll. What am I doing?
Investigation. Or you can roll intelligence.
I only got 9.
Okay.
17.
As you're just kind of like
17.
just sort of standing there like there is no door. There is no basement door. You look at all the
Man, I really don't understand why they were trying to cut open your brain.
You start kicking the body parts out of your way, Astrid, to this round circular floor, and you can see that there is what appears to be like a hand like symbol kind of right there in the center. And there are a whole bunch of people's hands here because they're
Okay, I'll
pieces of
go
them
over So the first guy I saw talking, and I'll pick him up by the hand and just drag him over.
So everything but a head. You're dragging this
Oh, yeah.
headless body over, and you just slap his hand onto the thing, spread it out. That was the first guy that you heard talking?
Mhm.
Okay, yep, yeah. So you do, that was the one that was kind of almost a pseudo leader in the way that he was speaking, and his hand does indeed, you hear this, and you begin to back up as the door, as the floor begins to like, kind of like like an iris, kind of separate into different pieces, and you can see a stairwell going down that's coming out of this large sort of tube that seems to go down. So you can just take the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna take the stairs.
You guys descend, and as you do, you begin to. It's a bit of a walk down, but in a few moments,
I've made a walk like this before. It's fine.
I've made a walk like this before too.
In another life, when we were on the island with the
Oh, yeah.
angel.
Oh, I was just saying that to be involved.
you begin to walk. It is kind of a long walk, and it's kind of just an awkward, uncomfortable silence, I would assume, between you two, unless you want
With my squeaky shoes.
unless you want to ask this creature any questions, or if Astrid, you'd like to ask this man any questions.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the first one. Why'd they have you locked up? What's in your brain?
A disgusting development has come across, has interfered in my life and my life's work in the last couple of days.
What's your life's work?
Shit. The finances of small town softball's finance office. I'm the accountant for a softball team.
What?
AAA softball team.
That's fantastic. That's all, Jack.
Yeah, I was looking at you.
What? He chose to be. He just chose that literally right now. An account for a softball team. You don't know what softball even is.
No.
But you know what an accountant is. He counts numbers.
I was doing our quarterly taxes when I had
I guess.
terrible visions.
Oh.
And I stood, and suddenly energy erupted out of my palm, and I destroyed all of our quarterly earnings. I was aghast. I almost passed out at the sight. One of the managers came in, and he startled me, and he burst into flames. And it kind of proceeded like that for the next 24 hours. People kept trying to help me. I kept getting scared, and I kept murdering them on the spot. Eventually, the city's
Am I going to catch on fire? I just helped you.
No, I think I kind of caught my cool over the last 12 hours or so. But obviously, the streak of
How about you go
streak
first?
of destruction and all of that has followed in my wake, the authorities wanted to capture me, and I'm assuming wanted to do further tests on me. And then something even worse happened. I was pulled through a void, and now I am here, where I think those people wanted to do further tests on me. And I just want to go home and return to my ledgers, but I can't, because every time somebody startles me, they explode.
I wanna bring out my caser in front of
So suddenly, just as you say that and you turn, there is an inch from your face this hideous green thing that has like eye stalks coming off it, and one big hideous yellow eye, and a face that looks like this. And as soon as you look at it, it goes and spits in your face.
What is this wonderful creature?
What is this wonderful creature?
Does it avoid? Oh,
I mean, I guess you do have it under control.
he's like a softball.
Little boy.
He could be our mascot.
He could be our making.
Small town softball. Look, it even has a face. The merchandise.
I don't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about. What I don't even know what soft. What is this?
It's a
Soft
you don't know-
ball.
It's a sport. It's obviously we are from different walks of life. Looking at a 10-foot demigod with insectoid armor. Yeah, I guess he's kind of cool with that for some reason.
Yeah, he is pretty cool with that. He's, you know what? His mind has been opened in a lot of different ways. So
Against his will.
against his will, like a can opener. So
I want to hold the gazer like a football. Like
it's not so bad.
Wait, did he talk? He didn't mimic? He talked?
Yeah, he said it's not so bad. As I was holding him. So you make your way down. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see before you what appears to be another large room. There are these large double doors, like big wooden double doors, directly in front of you. One single wooden door to your left and a single wooden door to your right. You can hear what sounds like speaking coming from the doorway on your right. No real indication as to which way you're supposed to go. There's 3 different doors.
are we
But
trying
only
to be
one has sound behind it.
Yeah, the one to the right.
I guess we're going to the right.
Okay. I was gonna be like, are we trying to be stealthy?
You guys come and you just open. Who walks through first?
I mean, I guess we're pretty on par. Like I can blow people up. You set people on fire.
He doesn't. It's fine.
I'll go first.
Okay. You open the door, and as soon as you open the door, you take 1,000 damage. No, I'm kidding. You open the door, and what you see, because you're so noticeable. In fact, I would say that you opened the door, and there was a man about to walk out.
Ow.
Again, another person in robes, but the hood is like pulled off, like he's on break. And as
What
he
place of business?
it's not. But as you open the door, he's walking, and just as he's pulling up his hood, he turns and looks at you. And because he's within 5 feet of you, he must roll,
Oh, I forgot about that.
and
Oh.
he must beat your thing, which is 20, because that's your spell save DC, right?
What is this for?
Whenever an enemy gets within 5 feet of you, or like any really, they can get frightened. You have
Is
an
this-
aura of fear.
Yeah,
that's
but is this
perpetuated.
in something? Because I
This
don't
is
know.
from the staff that's inside of you now.
I don't
Once
know
the
if
staff was
it's-
made into your like
yeah.
spine, I
My
think,
goo.
right? Yeah, once he put it into your spine, now you,
I just don't know if
if that's here still.
oh no, if it's actually 20, you know what I mean? But I do. Do you
We're
want
gonna
to
just use that for now. Fuck it, don't worry about
this
it.
sucks.
He looks to you and just, "Ah, ah, ah," and he falls to the ground. "Ah,
How high?
ah."
Is
How
this kind
high?
of
How high is like the ceiling here?
Oh, not very high. I mean,
yeah? How high?
like a normal ceiling, like maybe like 10 or 11 feet. Let's say because it's like a big thing, it's 12 feet. 12 feet up.
Are you gonna react or
Behind this, well, hold on. Behind this man, there is a large room full of other he's holding the gazer. Full of other of these robed people. Some of them are like kind of thin and just wearing robes. Some of them have the sleeves cut off of their robes, and you can see that they have tattoos down their arms. And they have like bald heads as they kind of like stand and look with like sort of metal bracers around their wrists. Just a lot of people in this room that all have just like whoa and begin to look as he's just you seem to have come into some sort of mess hall or like barracks room where there's a lot of people.
I thought the wisdom was some kind of dainty fucking fairy unicorn.
Okay, well this isn't the
character.
wisdom.
But this is his.
Well, when you're a dainty person that's all about intelligence, you surround yourself with people that can do the deed, you know, take care of business.
can I
He's killed 5 people in one move. I don't want to hear your shit.
force the guy on the ground just straight up into the ceiling, like neck first?
You
So
want
he
to do
just-
what?
So like you take him, here's his head, just go into the ceiling, so he just, you know.
Yeah. So for
My gazer or who's
No,
guy?
that's the guy
guy.
screaming on the ground.
So for telekinesis, if you want to move a creature,
ability
all right,
check.
he's gonna make a strength. What is he doesn't have a spell DC, so instead, I'm gonna make this.
Well, it's usually based off of something.
Oh, you know what? It is.
Or, I mean,
I've made most of his. What are the other spell save DCs on your moves, Jeff? Aren't they 17 or 18?
AC for me is just.
No, not AC. Your DC. Your what the enemies have to roll to resist some of your other abilities. It's
some
under,
kind of
like-
math problem.
They're like 17 or 18, I think.
Oh, I don't see it written actually.
Not very strong. I got a natural one, so don't sweat it.
Okay.
He's fucked. So as this man, and some of them stand up and they see you, Astrid. Now you're behind Astrid. They can't quite see you, but you definitely see that guy. And as you hold the gazer, and the guy just and his head and just into the ceiling, but it went with such force, almost like when a hurricane, because he rolled a natural one, like when a hurricane blows a piece of wood through like solid metal. That's what just happened, except with his skull and this solid stone, as he is now just embedded and his body is just hanging with blood just dripping down, and all of the people in the room go, "We're under attack!" And you can see some of the ones in like sleeveless robes, begin to run, but it is still considered like a surprise, so you can do something first.
Okay.
There is,
Oh man, this is gonna get gnarly.
yeah, there is a group of about 4 of these muscled ones kind of running towards you, Astrid. Some of the other ones seem to want to flee.
I'll do Abby Delzim's hard wilting.
Abidelzim's hard wilting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do they do?
I draw
Constitution?
moisture from every creature in a 30-foot cube.
Oh, you're gonna get more than just these 4 guys then.
Well, no, I can direct where the cube is. It's not going to be, behind the door with us.
What do they have to roll? I rolled
Of
an
course,
18.
it's a 20.
God damn, that is so high. I'm rolling really well too. That sucks. Okay, so
They take 12d8.
that's a that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
And any non-magical plants die. So if there's any trees or
there's a few potted plants that you also murder as you do your super cool move. That's so much. That's so fucking much. You can, oh my god, 70 damage she just did in one move. As you just, and the ones that were running for you, what do? Hold your hand out in front of them? And
yeah, sure.
So as you hold your hand out,
I can do that 4 more times.
Fuck. Not only is the 4 that's running, but there's a few that are robed gentlemen who you can see are beginning to like cast, and they all kind of fall under this sort of
No.
cube radius as you just, and you can see them, and they fall to the ground as they begin to like as their body like almost shrivels up like they're a sponge being squeezed out, but all of this like moisture and that you're pulling from their body is just,
in The Mummy.
oh, you're eating it? Are you gonna eat it? Okay, so it's all, are you eating it with your mouth?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so
That's
so
cool,
fuck the
Mummy.
hand, you just, does your fucking jaw like stretch and shit?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's so cool.
We'll
Yeah.
do the full thing.
As you unhinge your jaw and just
Like a snake.
as they and their life force being sucked from their body and pulled into your mouth as you just and they fall before you as these sort of dried, withered husks. And there is probably, I'm gonna say, there's a lot of people like trying to run now, and you can see that there's one other door on the other side, and they're like trying to like push each other out of the way to get out of there because they're like panicking.
Mhm.
But they haven't gotten there. There's some at the end, and there's some that are still like getting out of their chairs and shit. Randy, you do see that there are 2 other people that are on the right. One looks like he is charging something up, like some kind of energy in his hands,
Okay.
magic of some kind, and then another one who is with like sleeveless and with bracers, and you can see that he is running and charging towards Astrid at the flank. So they're like they were out of the radius and they're trying to attack.
All right, so I can do telekinesis at will. So
Which
the
is crazy.
so the body that is stuck in the wall in the ceiling,
Yeah.
I want to telekinetically deglove it, rip it in half, and throw it like net it over the faces of the two people that are coming.
You want to throw like wet meat towels into their face, essentially.
Yes.
You don't have to roll. Astrid, you're standing there, and as Randy,
It sounds
you can
like
see the body, like as the flesh is ripped from the bones and the muscle, and the clothes kind of fall to the side. He could have done it with the clothes. But didn't. Chose the skin. As the skin is flayed off, the skin
didn't work.
floats, and you can see it's sort of like a meat suit, and then it splits down the middle.
Like this way or this way? This way or this way?
Well, first it's like a meat coat, I would imagine, because you had to cut it in some way to pull it off the body. So let's say
you just
degloving the body.
It's a meat onesie.
like spaghetti.
It's a meat
onesie.
It's a meat onesie.
Then right down the middle, so you can have like two flaps.
Excellent. So he rips the meat onesie down the middle as you very pyramid head style fucking throw it
exactly
at these two guys. The mage it as he and like throws it off them.
Like,
the warrior who is running it and like wraps around his face as he's like, and so now they are sitting there trying to rip it off of themselves. Some of the people are trying to escape. Let me see if
there's no escape.
The mage is able to rip it off. The soldier is not. He gets a 1. So the mage is, as he then begins to cast, and he is going to fire.
Really quickly, I want y'all to know that this being overlaid my calming Nintendo music in the background of like Wii Shop music is a very good experience of just all of this gore happening and just
He's good for you. Okay. I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Me?
Yes, both of you.
10.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Fuck. I can't.
Woo.
Are we gonna die?
Okay.
God, I hate this chair.
So you each take 30 lightning damage as he fires a lightning bolt, 3rd level spell, at both of you. As it just and like just like rips into you guys as he's like, run, as he's yelling to the people who are trying to escape. Some of those people do escape. Other ones are still trying to get to the door in their movement. Astrid, it's back to you. It got hit pretty hard.
Accidentally rolled. Boom, 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 boom.
Don't forget, you also have your tail and your like claws.
Yeah, but that's up close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Oh, you also have your gazer.
Oh shoot.
I apologize. Your gazer should have gone, but he didn't get to go. That's my fault.
Oh, he'll go this time.
Well, what's he gonna do?
Okay.
As Randy gets hit by the lightning, the gazer pops out. Randy, what noise do you make when you get hit by the lightning?
Gah!
The gazer goes yeah as he hops out, and he spits on you.
Hot.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It was like a explosion.
Too much. So he'll do 2 the raise, so he'll do 2d4. Get a 2, which is Fear Ray. So target creature has to do a DC 12 wisdom saving throw.
I did get a natural 20. He gets 2 rays though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
This is a cool creature. That's a useful familiar.
And then telekinetic ray.
Fuck.
DC 12.
I got a 11.
Nice. He's gonna mimic what Jeff's character did. Like he doesn't have the same amount of strength. It's
Right.
it's just a telekinetic ray. So he's gonna try to, but he's just gonna go 30 feet away.
Does he take any damage?
No, it's just 30 feet away from the gazer.
Oh, okay. So the gazer just
He's trying.
yeah, so he wants to do what you did. So the guy goes and like hits the ceiling and then like slides 30 feet backwards into the wall and just kind of like oh fuck and hits the ground. Now Astrid, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna firebolt him.
Okay. He doesn't do anything, right? You just hit him.
I have to roll to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that 28 hits. Yes.
Oh, this it makes noise. It's so
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. God, that's what your firebolt does? Did you do it at a high level?
Yeah, I did it.
Why are you doing it more?
I didn't mean to do that,
Oh.
Dice. I was trying to click it so you could see.
He hits the wall, slides down, stands up, looks at the people
He's
trying
ignited.
looks at the people trying to escape, and he goes,
Oh no,
he goes,
it's not a flammable.
he goes, you have to run. We're on the wisdom. And he holds his hand out. We're on the people as a firebolt rips through his palm, ripping his arm apart and blows his head up with just the bottom jaw left. That just as he fucking falls to the ground and his body ignites into fire. Can you guys hear our puppies yelling and crying in the background? They are grumpy. They want to get out of there.
Rigor.
Oh, he is grumpy. He's a big baby. As he fucking falls dead, there are still a bunch of people that are kind of climbing over each other in order to get out. You're going to let them go?
Yeah, let them warm the wisdom.
But do you want to know where you are, how to get around?
No, I'll figure it out. Whatever.
Okay, so just let them
We're just looking for the big spooky down here.
The big spooky.
Okay. All right. Randy, do you also just let these people run away?
No.
Oh shit! All right. So there's
character-
one door. There is one door that they're escaping through. There are long tables leading up to them. There are sconces on the wall. Sconces on the wall.
Scones on the wall.
Little metal sconces that have sort of a magical light emanating from them, and lots of benches that they seem to have been sitting on. And they are escaping through a single door. There's, like I said, not all of them have even gotten there yet. It's like maybe like 20 people that are trying to escape right now. Maybe like 3 or 4 of them have actually gotten out.
I want to take the torso of the now meat skeleton that's stuck in the wall, and I want to like compress the rib cage and throw it in front of them trying to escape down that hallway.
So it hits the doorway that they're like trying to get out of.
Yes, and then when it's in front of them, I want to break every rib off and go for the eyes.
Oh my god! All right, we're gonna hold on. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll 1d20. There was 20 of them.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the body the rib cage of the body rips off, separating from the rest of the limbs, compresses and flies towards. As it slams into the wall right above the doorway, a bunch of the people, and like one of the guys just like gets kind of spattered with it. He's like, "Oh my god! Oh, the wisdom, praise, save us!" As he begins to back up, and they begin to like back up. Some of them moving like the benches in front of, like not sure to aim at you or what you just threw, and suddenly. Ripping off of the body are a bunch of ribs that just and begin to fly at people. Now there are 8 ribs in the human body, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's 8 ribs, and as they
Something like that.
or is it 8 on each side?
I think a dozen comes to mind for some reason.
It doesn't sound. I just said that, and I feel like it sounds wrong.
Yeah, it feels like there's more than 8 ribs.
Right? It feels like there's more than 8 ribs. I think there's supposed to be more.
12 pairs of ribs for a total of 24, no matter sex.
24 ribs? Perfect. So, out of the 20 people that were
I
running,
had some left over.
you and launch, and I'm gonna say that. So I rolled a d20 to see how many people would survive. 17 people drop as they just get bones shoved through their heads, into their eyes. There are 3 people that are now on the ground. One of them got like a rib to the shoulder. One of them got it like in the gut. And another one got it like, like kind of in like the, like just in the torso. And they're kind of on the ground, and they begin to like huddle up near each other. Like, one of them, the one that got it in the shoulder is like, underneath somebody else as he's like trying to throw it off and they're going to try to escape still, but they're very wounded. Would you like to do anything with this, you two? They're not attacking you. They're desperately trying to get away from you.
No, I really don't care.
Okay. Astrid doesn't seem to care. Astrid's just sort of looking around.
So there's just like, you said 3 left?
Yeah. But they're not even, they're like prone right now. Like they just got nailed and landed on the floor.
So what else is around? You said this was like a mess hall, so it's not like there's no.
Like it seems like they all got their food from somewhere and then would bring it in here, and they were all sitting here eating. So I guess there's like probably mugs and plates and shit too, and food, which would have made a lot of sense for you, but I forgot to mention. So they're all sitting here. There are like utensils, eating utensils, knives and stuff.
So does Randy know his nickname and why they've been calling him that yet?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you don't know why they've been calling that, but you know what your nickname is.
I want to run up to some of the prone people.
He has like a rib kind of sticking out, and the one that has it on his shoulder kind of backs up against the bench, and one of the other ones that got it in the side are like, they're all kind of together as they're like trying to back up away from you.
Why are they calling me the Wisdom Bane?
I'm sorry, what?
Did they say anything?
Well, you're the Wisdom Bane.
What does that mean?
They kind of look at each other. You are the weakness. You have caused the wisdom great pains and agita.
Agita. You go.
So he told us to capture you. I have nothing against you.
What is the wisdom?
The wisdom is the wisdom, and one of the ones in the shoulder. The wisdom is the all-knowing master.
Blah blah blah.
So you're one of
He's
these.
all
types.
knowing. How come he's letting you guys just sit here and die?
What the
Wisdom-
insected goddess said.
The wisdom has seen so much and collects knowledge from the far corners of the universe. We were meant to study you. You are in what is known as the study right now. We were going to bring you down here and analyze you.
What is what's the way Randy would say this? What kind of creature is the wisdom?
The one with the rib out here goes, I guess technically like a sphinx sort of, like he's on four legs and stuff. Is that what you mean? The wisdom is a demigod. The wisdom is a powerful, powerful celestial.
I want to give each of their brains a little squeeze. I'm over this.
You're killing each of them?
Yeah, or just making them, stroke out or whatever. Whatever
Okay, did you
happens
want
if your
any more
brain gets
information out of
squeezed.
them?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so he goes, wisdom is a demigod, a creature from just their fucking eyes spew blood as you crush their brains.
That was a bit too hard.
Well, is that what you meant? You're killing them, right?
Oh yeah, but I just
Or are you just causing them pain?
No, I want them dead, but
okay. Well, when you pile a ton of pressure inside the brain, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, no,
Does
it's
the head
like,
explode or just the brain?
Nope. It was like in Full Metal Alchemist where Scar would put his hand on the people's heads and then they would like, but their heads were still there, but it was like everything came out, every orifice it could.
in my mind,
That's
I'm
what happened.
squeezing
No.
the moisture out of a sponge rather than stepping on a go-gurt, but whatever. That works too.
It was a mix of both. Their whole skull didn't explode. It's almost like if you poked a few holes in a tube of toothpaste and then like suplexed it with your hand, and it like came out of all the different holes. Like a Play-Doh maker, you know what I mean? A shape maker for Play-Doh. So
A star.
all of these people are dead. There's one door ahead of you and the door that you came through.
Why are you making your dogs cry?
He cries about everything.
He's a big
He's
bear.
mad because he's in the kitchen right now. God forbid they have enough water and they've already been fed, so I don't know what his issue is. But where do you guys want to go?
I
Well, I guess
want to
door
see
number 2, yeah.
Talia's character.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, we'll get there. So you walk through the door. Do you want to go back where the 3 doors were, or do you want to go forward where these people were trying to escape? Which one do you want to go to?
Well, I really doubt they would be running towards some kind of evil monster creature thing. So
you go back out? Okay. So you exit back out. You want to go through the big double doors or the smaller door on the left? Smaller door? Okay. You walk through the smaller door on the left-hand side. What you come across is a long corridor with several doorways on each. You can see that many of them are open. And there are people that actually, as you walk into this room, there are people coming out of that doorway, and they're and they begin to run toward up the staircase as if to exit, and some of them run back the way they came. That's okay. It doesn't affect it. We're not streaming, so it doesn't affect.
I know, it's
the
just
change
weird.
in cameras. So they seem to have heard what happened, and they're all kind of panicked right now. Some of them are running towards the exit, kind of past you. Some of them are like, kind of frozen against the wall, and some of them are running back towards the room or the corridor. Do you ignore them and just keep going? So as these people kind of run around you, open the door, a long corridor, several
maybe,
doors.
As they run by, like just the tail as if it's acting on its own.
I love that. So as you walk, reactionary, as they kind of like either they don't like
they bump in as they run.
They're running, and then because as you walk out, some of them were already nearby, and as they just and stop, they get within 5 feet, and the tail just and nails them in the neck, and they and as you begin to walk, some of them are running away from you, some of them are running past you, and the tail's just grabbing as they can, slamming some of them against the wall as you're just sort of
not paying attention to it.
You can see that as you go down this corridor, the first door on your left, you look in and there's a large metal table that seemed to have a creature laying on it, humanoid, split all the way open, and you can see that they were dissecting it. It looks to be like a Githyanki, one of the astral kind of pirates, and they're looking into the alien sort of creature, and they're kind of sifting through it. Now they're all running. There is one person. They're not in robes, they're in well, they are in robes, but it's a little tighter to the skin, and they have large gloves on and a mask of some kind. They were the ones that were working on it, and they're just hiding. They have a little scalpel in their hand, shaking.
Little scalpel.
there it seems that the next door that's on your right has what appears to be a like perfectly round like ball that's like a beach ball size, but it was made of flesh and has like a tiny face like this. But it is also split open, and it looks like
it's
they were
not alive.
analyzing it. It's dead.
Oh.
And they were like looking into it. Just strange, bizarre creatures. There's no one hiding in this room. So it looks like you found some sort of like lab that they were studying people in.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Randy, you imagine this is
what I saw
probably
was
where
there.
they were going to take you to analyze you after you died.
After he died or before?
Oh, and Randy, do you follow Astrid?
Yes.
Okay, Randy, as you exit and Astrid's tail is just sort of stabbing people wildly, one of the people that gets stabbed is like, no, no, and he goes into the double doors and he goes, it can't escape, and begins to run down saying it can't escape. And you can see that those doors lead to a large staircase that goes down.
Who is that guy afraid of escaping?
I
Hello?
guess whatever the people upstairs were talking about. Can I do this and bring back everything,
Absolutely.
including the people?
You may absolutely do that.
Okay.
Okay, as Astrid is talking to you, you can see that all like nonchalant, I believe her eyes always kind of seem a little half dead.
Mhm.
And as you just start like, oh, I don't know, all of the dead bodies begin to rise and like and just begin to rise as zombies around you. Everybody that she's killed. Out of the mess hall, you see a bunch of the people with bones sticking out of their eyes and stuff begin to like
Is this your
and
doing?
walk out. One of the people that's running down the hall trying to escape goes to like jump over one of the bodies and it grabs it, slams him to the floor, and like, and some of the other ones just sort of pile on him and start like stabbing him to death with the bones that they ripped out of their heads. And then he just like and sits up several
Is
seconds.
this your doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hug the gazer closer.
Yeah.
Just goes,
You think you're doing?
So this is some kind of lab. You can absolutely investigate all of these rooms. All of them have something weird and different in them.
Yeah.
One of the people did say, though, if you were looking for that thing, he said, we can't let it escape, and ran down the large double doors.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's where we're going.
Okay, you say, fuck it. Do you leave some of your zombies up here to keep killing people?
Sure.
Okay, because it's a mile radius? How long is it? Or 300 feet?
300 feet.
300 feet?
I guess, does that... well, first of all, does it include all of the dissected things?
Oh, fuck me.
That's why I did it. I wanted to bring back.
Oh,
the big ball.
no.
That's my motivation.
So the doctor that was hiding, the Githyanki rises, looks over, grabs like a bone saw, and turns to the doctor. And the doctor goes, oh, oh, and the other Githyanki just starts like whacking at him with the bone saw. The large...
for the next 6 hours, this
Yep.
will happen.
Yep, this is what it's
Okay.
made for. The large ball creature goes, it's this tiny little face on this large ball of like tan kind of flesh. And
Hot.
its eyes bust open and it goes, and as it,
What is this called?
it's, what?
What is this creature?
You don't fucking know. Some weird alien creature.
No,
It's not
no.
a D&D creature.
Oh, you just
I'm making it up.
Okay.
As it's this big, perfectly round ball, and it goes and begins to roll off of the bed, and so it just starts rolling. And as it's rolling, you can see that it rolls toward like the zombies are going towards living people to try to kill them.
Mhm.
So it goes rolling into one of the other rooms, and you hear, "No, dear God, no!" As it goes, and you just see blood explode out of that room. So whatever you do. And you can see out of some of the rooms, other creatures begin to walk. Strange, bizarre-looking creatures, alien-type creatures. One looks like a large, like spider that just kind of comes out, except it has the face of a baby. You know, it's just terrible shit and weird shit. As you're just like, okay, cool,
It's a
cool.
Toy
cool.
Story thing.
Yes, it looks exactly like that. A giant baby head with but instead of metal, they're like real spider legs. And as it crawls out, As you turn and you're like, oh, okay, well let's go. It's almost like the ding in Cabin in the Woods, where all this shit starts coming out of the rooms, and you just don't care. You're walking away. You don't give a fuck.
No.
But the people that are still alive in here, that were hiding from you, or planning to fight you, or are trying to escape, now are being attacked by these things. And there's screams. Randy, there are so many screams coming from these rooms, and you see this large spider with a large baby head come out. And you can see one of the doctors crushes one of the zombies' heads with like a piece of equipment, and and you can see he's got a scalpel in his shoulder, and he gets up, and you hear "Mama," and he looks at the large baby head, and it goes and just fires eye lasers at him, and he as he just hits the ground, and you're just like, fuck this. Like, it doesn't even...
Not my problem. Not my problem.
And it just and begins to crawl on the walls. So what madness you just unleashed, you're unsure, but you begin to go down the staircase.
Play with fire, you're gonna get burned. This is stupid wisdom's fault.
True.
Yeah.
It's always his fault. He killed all these people.
Yeah. So much for, being all-knowing wisdom guy.
You begin to go down the stairs now. Talia, because things went loud, and which I kind of thought they would, but because things went loud, we're gonna go to you. Talia, you're in your cell. Let me get to you actually. Come on. Okay. In your large chamber that they have kept you in, it is a round room, it is a massive round room, and you are kept in a small sphere, like a glass sphere, similar to like what they had Randy in was the cube, but you're in this sphere, and there are 10 very powerful mages that have been perpetually pouring magic onto the sphere to keep you in there as you are resting or whatever you're doing in this cage.
I imagine I just kind of appear like a ginormous tribble, like just a big ball of fluff, because I'm curled in on myself right now.
Okay. So yes, you just look like a big curly kind of like breathing and maybe purring ball of fuzz, a mass of fuzz. And as they're sitting there, you begin to hear a sound, but you've never been able to hear anything out of this cage, out of this sphere. All sound was like deadened to you, but you hear what sounds like, as soon as something wakes up, it's almost like you noticed it, and you hear "Mama," and you're like, huh? And it sounded like it came from above, and then you hear these like noises, and you can hear them, but you can't hear anything else, and you know that they're coming from up there, and you know that they are kin in a way, and as soon as you like look up, like in the direction, you can see something. Now, you can see something beyond the walls, beyond the room. You see some kind of light, some kind of really pretty glow as it's coming down. It reminds you, it's familiar. It reminds you of her. And as you look at this light, it's like you're seeing it through walls. You know what I mean? Like in a video game, if you have like predator or like X-ray vision, like hunter vision or whatever, and you're seeing it's this shape, and it's tall and it's slender and it's beautiful, and there are things
slender,
raw, pure madness that it is encompassing, and it's coming down the stairs. It's probably trying to get here. It might be trying to do what you're doing. You're not sure. But you're in this ball, and as you notice this happening, you see some of the men who have been pouring the magic onto you, like looking around at each other, like, and you can see that there are also a few of the like sleeveless muscled guards, and one of them looks to the other one, and she opens like the door behind her, and she begins to like yell at the men who are pouring magic, and they're kind of looking, and she's like pleading with them, and they're like, and she starts waving people in, and you can see that the room begins to fill with more of these like guards. It seems like they abandoned whatever post they were at and are coming into your room, and they are barring the door and they're gonna try to stop whatever this beautiful thing is from getting in here. And as this is happening, you can feel this sphere get a little bit weaker. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
Joy is gonna start humming a little song. I put it in the chat for people who are curious about that. Just Flamenco by Caro Caro Bonito, and does nothing else. Just starts singing a song and just humming it, you know.
Okay.
And just stays curled up, and just that's the only change.
Okay. So you begin to just and begin to get happy. And this was it. You put the song. Well,
yeah, I put the song in the chat for if you don't know, you might recognize it after a little bit.
We could link it in the description.
We'll link it in the notes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You begin to sing this song, and you can see that though they're like very concentrating on other things, the mages are like, and they begin to talk like and pointing because they're like they're noticing that there's activity now. They're like, it's active. Mm-hmm. Astrid and Randy, you guys make it to the bottom of the stairs, and what you find is a very wide hallway and very spread apart doors that are like thick steel and engraved with magic. There are no guards. There are no people down here. There is one person who seems to have died on the floor of intense poison that he got jabbed in the neck, but he was able to warn and tell whoever he needed to tell down here. And there is, like I said, this long hallway, big and wide hallway, and at the very end, large metal double doors.
So it looks like they bunkered in there.
It looks like, so you would imagine, yeah, that they went in. You can hear what sounds like on the other side of that big metal door. Like they are barricading it in some way. And then there's these big metal doors, all these big single metal doors kind of along the way that have these windows that you can look in and see what is in these strange rooms.
So is Talia's character here, or is she
in the big metal, the double doors?
Okay. Do you know what this place is, to Astrid?
You said I've been here before?
No, you recognize like the
look of it?
plane that it's on,
Like I know where
the
I am.
universe that it's in. Yeah, but you don't know what the fuck this building is. But those people,
Yeah, they called it the study. Or whatever.
This is the study. But those people with like the tattoos and they kind of remind you of the Eternal Guardians, which was the monks.
Oh
no, that was the Court of the Quotal. But the monks that you guys destroyed, who the Eternal Guardians worked for the Wisdom, and their whole job was to basically take very dangerous and like powerful magic and knowledge off the board. Like they imprisoned very dangerous, powerful things and studied it. You were at the like the library for the Eternal Guardians, essentially. Well, like the Eternal Library, whatever. This seems to, it looks similar. But it's obviously much closer to the Wisdom, so
yeah,
whatever they keep here, probably pretty bad. Like Randy.
Yeah. I've never been here before. I don't know what this place is.
I guess we keep following the hallway then.
Okay. As you make your way, one of the windows to one of the doors, you can see something like latch itself onto it, and you look into this like a tiny green creature that's like smiling at you, almost like a goblin, but much smaller, and it's got yellow teeth, yellow eyes, kind of like little spikes around its eyes here, thin little claws, kind of like a little pot belly, because it's like on. They're like nautical windows almost.
Yeah.
Windows, and it's holding it and has like a stripe of white hair going down its head and big green ears, and it and it's like gnashing at you, and it flips you the bird as you walk by, like. Yes, it is a gremlin, and you walk as you look, Randy. You look into one of the other portholes, and you can see what looks like on a podium in a glass case is not a creature but an object, and it looks like it is a purple top hat with a pink sort of stream around it, and it's floating just a little bit above the podium, just on its own. Astrid,
you're just gonna drop that on me?
Portholes to your right, what appears to be also floating in like a big kind of sphere on its own is a whip made of pure bones, like the vertebrae of a bunch of creatures, and then ending in sort of like a sharp, like.
I'm gonna go in there.
Oh, you want to open this door?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to the door and you can't open it because it's like enchanted with like a bunch of fucking enchantments and shit. It's locked down.
I've unlocked magical doors before. Let me.
Okay,
unlock
roll
it.
Arcana. See if it's too powerful for you.
Nah.
That's actually pretty good.
It's cocked though. You want me to re-roll it?
It's not cocked. It's a digital dice.
It's
Amanda.
literally cocked.
It's digital. It's the animation is nothing. Means nothing. There's like an algorithm for numbers in here. It's not okay. It's not actually rolling a dice. All right. So
it is. I hear it.
You begin to unweave the runes. Now, Randy, you can see that you wouldn't be able to really open this door aside from sheer fucking force. But this creature knows magic and is undoing the magic locks of these doors. And as you kind of pull the magic apart and like rip the runes apart, the door opens for you.
Okay, yeah. Let me go get that whip.
Okay. You gotta take your medicine? Okay.
Give me the whip.
You will have the whip.
Give me it.
Okay, you have it.
Yeah.
She just walks into this room, pulls this whip out of this
I wanna whip something with it.
Okay. Like immediately?
Yeah.
No, she's not gonna whip her gazer. She pulls the whip out.
I want to see what it does.
She's taking her medicine. I have to wait till she gets back.
I'm sorry.
But Randy, as you look into the porthole to the one of the rooms has a purple top hat. Another one seems to have like a waistcoat, I guess, like a but like what's like a fancy coat. What's like a fancy boy coat, but not like a suit jacket.
Peacoat.
A peacoat. Yeah. Oh, that's probably with the big buttons, right?
Yeah.
That's like what I'm fucking thinking of. There's a peacoat in another one, kind of like a tannish, and you're like, okay, these are weird. Like, why are these in these like prisons essentially? In one of the other portholes, you can see what looks like a just constant whirlwind of blades of some kind, and as you look in, you can see that it like goes towards the door, and you can hear like it's like it's a sentient whirlwind of blades. And in another one, there was just a little girl. She has very long hair that's kind of mostly in front of her face, except for like one eye, and it goes to like the floor and kind of spreads out. She's sitting in the very center of the room. Her hair is perfectly like almost like liquid off of her and then onto the floor.
Oh, let's open that door too.
And then she's just sitting there in what appears to be like a little dress that looks a little bit dirty, but she's just staring at you, her face mostly obscured by her dark hair. You have your whip.
Can I explain something to you?
What he can explain to me?
Because you know, this is very important business work for the wisdom, where the wisdom is like studying these things and like learning magical things or whatever from them.
You got to make sure you take it away from him, or
Well, I'm gonna let him all free, and anything that he's killed, I'm gonna bring back to life.
You definitely brought those things back to life. Did you want them to come down here with you, or are you letting them kill everybody upstairs? Because right now there's just screams.
So they can kill everybody upstairs because so long as they're in a 300 radius, they're just gonna get back up, and then as things are filling out, they can come down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you.
What's my magic whip do?
So you have this new magic whip, right? So you take your whip. I don't have it completely set up yet put it in there, but I do have it.
It's fine.
Like I said,
I don't have anything.
I know.
Right
I was supposed to write more today, but instead I just played Ghost of Tsushima because it's a lot of fun and ate a bunch of sushi. So you take your whip, but you're gonna like this. You take your whip. Now, when you grab the whip, right? You simply reach into this orb and it burns your hand for.
I have something.
You take 8 acid damage as you reach into this orb, and I just don't think you give a fuck.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I have
as it just melts some of your hand, and you pull the whip out. Yeah, you're probably fine.
My character doesn't care.
You whip this shit out. Now, when you just want to whip it, right, randomly,
whip it good.
With no. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a random roll. Okay, 1. So you go in like the hallway, and at the end of the whip, where the whip hits, you can see what appears to be like a crack
in the universe,
like in the air, and it spreads, and you're like, and you both kind of like back away from it as you're both just sort of looking at it, and it opens up, and you just see like a stream of fire spew out of it and just like rip into the ceiling and partially destroys one of the doors, and as it like just kind of like this hole in the universe sort of cracks shut. This is the Whip of the Rift Ripper. So you can rip open and rift seam rippers and rift rippers are ideas that I actually got from Jeff's old D&D that we used to play. Remember the little creature that
the seam ripper? Yeah,
it was like a sprite. Yeah. So essentially, this thing can rip open holes in space and time. Pulling things out of other dimensions, or it can be used almost like the Tesseract in Avengers, where you can just fucking go wherever you want, essentially. But that's harder to do. But if you want to like open up random fucking holes in space and time and let crazy shit out that you have no idea what's going to happen, this thing can do it easily. Cool. But if you want to teleport and go to like other planes of existence, you can. But
one day
it like will require like actual rolls.
We'll get there.
Yeah. And like, yeah, you want to attune to it and everything. So, but as of right now, you broke open one of the doors and you can see the small green creature goes and like crawls out and just kind of like lands and then begins to run upstairs.
Not going to worry about that.
Okay.
And there's no problem with that. Don't worry about that. So you have these other doors.
Hopefully it gets wet.
You have these other doors. One has a little girl in it. One has a whirlwind of blades. One has a pink top hat. You want to take the time?
Open all of them.
Okay.
And I want to let out everything.
Okay. Then this is important that you're doing that. You will take the time to do it. Talia, as you're sitting there, you're humming. This beautiful thing, this beautiful, wonderful thing is now on the same level as you. It's actually through those doors. And it's in the big hallway that you kind of remember. And it's making sure that all those other beautiful things are getting out. Now, some of them are mean and some of them are it can be a little scary, but all of them are beautiful and bright and interesting. And they're all being released back out into the world. Whoever these people are, these people want to bottle up all the beautiful things. And whoever that bright color is, they want to let it all out. And that's probably pretty cool to you. But you're seeing that and just understanding that. You don't have to do anything. If you want to keep humming your song, you can. You want to keep humming your song?
Joy's having a good time. They're just
Okay,
humming
all right,
their
I
little
love it.
song.
Okay.
Their
Oh yeah, I
pink
love.
song.
Okay, good. A good reveal. All right, so first, the top hat you open up, and it's just floating there. You leave the door open. Do you want to go get it, or Randy? Do you want to go get it?
No, I don't trust like
Top hat,
that.
it doesn't look very interesting to you.
Purple top hat.
It's a purple top
like
hat
a magician's hat.
with a like a tall top hat.
Yeah.
Stovepipe top hat, right? Is that what they're called? With a pink,
Mhm.
hot pink like ribbon around it.
You know, fuck it, I'm going for it.
Okay, Randy,
That was
you-
designed for me, not for Randy.
So you go over to it. This I actually did create. I didn't create the powerful bone whip, but I did create this dumb
I
fuck
see.
hat.
I see.
So
I
give
see.
me 2 seconds,
Okay.
and I will give it to you. Amanda will be able to see what it is, but that's okay. But more
Yeah,
importantly,
because I don't care about it.
whoa, more importantly, Randy, you grab the top hat, right? Not gonna bother hurting you guys every time, but you grab the top hat.
No, just me.
Fucking thing. Stop looking at my secrets. It's probably so loud on there. Do you see what it's called?
No, I just see what you typed in to find it.
Okay.
Ah,
So,
go ahead, click it.
well, I
love
have
that
to
reaction.
give it to him through this.
Oh.
So Randy, you pick up this hat and
Just start levitating.
you place it on your head. When you pull it out, it's when you go for it, it stops levitating and like hits the ground, right? Or hits the little podium. When you pick it up and put it on your head, you can hear.
Wait, but
45 and 2 zigzags.
No,
That's all.
you're sitting there, and
why would Esther have it?
did I say Esther?
Well, you're
Are you putting it on D&D Beyond?
Oh
Because-
shit! I am putting it on D&D Beyond. I'm sorry. I gave it to. Well, whatever. Now you can look at it. Right now. You can see
Okay,
what it
yeah,
says.
I'll do that at least.
Um,
That's okay.
You pick it up, and you put it on your head, and you hear.
Hello,
What?
who is this?
Uh-oh.
I think it's a hat.
Who am I speaking to?
what kind of knock joke is this?
You're speaking to I don't fucking know, like the god of fucking. You're speaking to the god of knowledge, sure, idiot.
Cool.
Do I just
Once,
see him
so
talking
I think
to
it's once
himself?
per long rest. You can ask it to predict the future, and it can predict the future.
Correctly or
But it's always an asshole. And so that's your hat. So, and then there is the door to the peacoat. You open that too. You can go get the peacoat in a minute. But you go to
is it also flamboyant and pink?
no, it's like tannish looking, kind of like
Hmm.
bland.
You know, I would have gone for it if it matched that.
That's what I mean. Like it's
Do you want it to be
peacoat.
pink? It could be. We're playing in a magical universe. You want it to be pink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look upon the peacoat, and what color does Randy go? God, I wish that was pink.
Yes.
It's pink now.
Yeah, I would kick open that door.
You get it, and you put it on. You're like, wow, this is pretty nice. Just as Astrid goes over to one of the other doors that's full of whirling blades and begins to undo it, and as you're checking it, you reach in the pockets, and the pockets are full of sand.
Oh,
Which is
no.
weird. The two pockets are
Of
just full
course
of
it should
sand.
be pink. You made it
And
for him.
as you pull out the a handful of sand, like what the fuck? You can feel the pocket get lighter by you pulling it out, and then immediately gets heavy again. And you drop the sand, and there's more sand.
I'm gonna metagame whatever it takes to get this back with you, Astrid.
he says
Wait.
as he
His eyes go in opposite directions.
well, between your psionics and the hat's ability,
The
you can
fucking
see.
wisdom down in his deep, dark
Mhm.
dungeon
Mhm, mhm.
has locked up next to a bone whip that
That can
tears
rip
in
Mhm,
a
Mhm.
pea coat with in infinite sand pockets.
mhm,
I
mhm.
love it.
And a
Do you know-
bullshitting top hat.
Well, some objects in the universe, you would know this being so adept in Arcana, can't be destroyed. They're too legendary
Who the fuck
and too
cares?
powerful.
Who cares?
Perhaps this was a peacoat made by a god.
Oh, if it can't be destroyed, if Esther's wearing it, can he?
Fuck! I didn't think of it.
Damage?
No, because any armor that's like super magical is also really hard to destroy. But like, if I disintegrate you, it disintegrates you, but not the armor. So like,
Well,
it'll
yeah,
still
but
kill
the
you.
fuck disintegrate though? Can he not be shot, stabbed, or
Loved.
bitten through the pea coat?
Yeah, sure. I'm totally gonna make a thing that makes him immortal to all
That's what
damage.
you just said. Your
No,
words.
That's not what it is. Stop tickling me. So you have a basically pockets of endless sand. The peacoat of pockets of endless sand. So
Did you make that?
I made the pockets of endless sand because I want to make it. I just wanted to make the pockets because that can be a common enchantment
Yeah.
that people can just have made for them by mages and stuff.
You know, like you do.
You know, nobody really does, but you could. Like a
You
mage,
can.
like I mean, theoretically, I could do it. It's probably not going to be that expensive because it's stupid.
I
But-
have to run to the bathroom. I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay. Astrid,
Yeah.
you have finished opening the door to the whirling blades.
Okay.
Do you just open the door?
Well, what is it?
It is
literally
ramming the door over and over again, slamming blades against it, just trying to fucking
or the blades?
sharp.
No, like, yeah. I'll just open the door. Let's see what happens.
You open the door and it blasts past you.
Yeah. Are
I
they
need you to make a
sentient?
dexterity saving throw. It kind of is.
Is it one singular blade?
It's almost like a tornado with covered in swords.
Mm. Dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw for me, please. That's not so bad. You only take 7 damage just as it passes you, not really attacks
Yeah.
you, and 7 slashing damage as it slams through, which is half, by the way,
Yeah.
for you.
Oh shit.
You haven't been doing that. Don't worry about it. As it slams past you, kind of cutting you,
4, 3.
and starts slamming around the hallway wildly, just slamming into shit. It looks like it's going to like shift towards you
No,
and
don't do
attack
that.
you too.
Yeah.
But it like I said, it's kind of looks like it's sentient in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to do? Like it moves like as if it's like has a mind, but it's also seems to be almost
Like
like,
a
an
wild
animal.
animal.
Yeah. You just let out a wild animal, it's pissed the fuck off, animal.
All right. I didn't put you in there. I just let you out. You go wherever you want. Do whatever you want. I just want to continue on my way.
You want to say that?
Yeah.
Roll persuasion.
D&D Beyond's really struggling tonight.
Oh.
It's not bad. It stands there just like whirling blades as it looks like it's like it heard you when you
Yeah.
said whoa, I don't want it like stopped and was listening to you and you say go wherever you want. And slowly begins to grind its way down
As
the
if
hallway.
it's like backing up.
Like
around.
it's like it's watching you. Almost. It has no
I already
eyes.
turned my back on it. I'm very.
You walk away and
Yeah.
it and then blasts out the doors backwards. And you can hear more screams upstairs as it
Yeah.
begins to just go in whatever direction. You unlock the door with the little girl.
Yeah.
She doesn't move. She's just sitting there, staring forward.
All right, you're free.
The head like slightly lifts up, and you can see
Go kill the
Pure.
wisdom.
you can see pure black eyes.
Oh well, I mean, it's kind of what's looking back at her. So I mean,
As the eyes of the lich meet whatever this thing is, you both look at each other, and that's what you say. Okay, see you. Go kill the wisdom. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Okay, you walk away.
I'm just opening and I'm
You-
just doing my
You walk
thing.
away, Randy. You come out, and you can see that this hallway sucks now. It was like a whole fire blast at the top. There's scrapes everywhere, but a lot of these things have been released. And there's one more very large double door. That sounds like it was barricaded on the other side. Whatever's back there must be pretty juicy.
What if we just ask
actually,
nicely?
Astrid, as you look, because you have this within you, you can see something in there, and it's very bright, almost like you can see it through the walls. But hard to tell. But it's almost like that the vision that you've been blessed with because of what's inside of you, because of the bones of the herald. You can see something is in there.
All right, let's open her up.
Okay, the doors are very locked.
Magic.
No.
I'm gonna whip them.
You gonna whip the doors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to just see how. I'm gonna roll for like how severe this shit is when it happens with a d20. 20. 6. So you go and you whip the doors, and a crack sort of forms, and you can see what looks like a bunch of claws like start scraping and scratching at the door itself, just slicing into the metal. But it's not quite. You couldn't choose what it was. Randy, would you like to do anything?
I'm playing with my pocket sand.
Okay, you just want Astrid to figure out how to open the door. Okay, Astrid.
How do I figure it out? What's the magic key?
There's no magic. It's just a big It's just a big metal door that's barricaded on the other side. How do you want to get it open?
Well,
do you have a spell that can like blow stuff up, or
no, not really. What kind of metal is it? I'll try to heat it up with firebolt.
No, that's not going to work. You can damage the doors though. Go ahead and roll firebolt like attack. You don't have to roll to attack. Just tell me roll the damage. You're not going to heat metal as a specific spell. Do you have that?
No.
Okay. 31 damage. So you just start blasting firebolts at this door, and you can you start blowing up, into it. Now it is metal, but it is still like the force of it is like denting it and like forcing some of the parts that where the door is separated is like starting to like dent open a little bit. Some of the fire is getting in. Joy, you can see that something is trying to get in. These colors are trying to get in. Whatever the pretty is trying to get in. And you know that it can see you.
Joy.
Now, Astrid,
Yes.
you can keep doing this. It's probably going to take a little while. Randy, do you want to assist in any way?
With the door?
Yeah, big metal doors.
I'll push or pull whatever way we're going.
Okay, because telekinesis can do up to how much? I think it's a ton.
A ton, yes.
Yep. So these do not weigh a ton.
Oh, good.
So as you're blasting firebolting and it's like kind of doing it.
My one weakness.
Randy just, dang, big heavy doors. Randy, you just walk over and how do you want it to go? In or out? You want to pull them towards you or push it towards them?
I just want to squeeze them.
you walk over, hold your hands up, and the rip from the hinges down. Astrid, you're watching this as they just crumple like tinfoil in the air, and you can see like, and as they kind of explode, you see all like there were like supports that were being put up against it that just sort of scatter aside as you just decimate it with like dust and debris kind of falling from the ceiling that you crushed. And one of the mages loses concentration when that happens. The sphere is very weak, Joy.
Let's get some zombies in there.
You raise your hand as zombies begin to pour down the staircase behind you and begin to come in. The blast kind of blasted some of these people back as they begin to stand up. The fighters start running forward as the roly-poly creature comes rolling in, and you can see as it rolls, it launches at one of the fighters, and its mouth like becomes enormous, and its body opens like in half
Oh.
as massive
Pac-Man.
teeth come out. There you go. And it boom and slams onto one of their whole bodies. It's just like blood erupts from their torso as it bites onto like half of their entire body. As the zombies begin to pour in and attack Randy, they're all kind of running past you, and you're like, because then just like fucking zombies. You can see the spider-legged baby doll head crawling on the ceiling as it begins to come into this room as well. It just and fires lasers down at one of the other fighters. You guys really don't have to fight with the fighters if you don't want, because you have a fucking horde.
Yeah.
Joy.
It's not like they're coming back.
The mages have to drop their concentration and begin firing at the zombies, at the creatures coming in. You see so much color is coming into this room now. When the doors opened, it was so bright and beautiful, and you now see what stands before you, this tall, insectoid-looking lich woman, tiefling creature that stands before you. It's monstrous and wonderful. And as you can see all these things starting to attack, there are the 10 mages still around you, as some of the fighters are holding back the zombies from them. They're desperately trying to keep you in there, but the sphere is weak enough for you to, if you want, try to escape on your own. It's only a matter of time. You don't want to do it, you just want to chill? Okay. I can't hear you.
Sorry, I realized I was muted. She's gonna keep humming and stay curled up and just wait for all this to happen.
As they begin fighting, one of the mages abandons, and he begins to create a teleportation circle so that he can get out. And some of the other ones abandon and begin to help him as other ones cover, and your spear completely drops. And what you guys see that kind of lands on the ground is this huddled sort of like little furry mass.
Yeah.
As some of the fighters are like destroying the zombies, and the zombies are killing them. And amidst all this bloodshed and chaos, Joy, these people, right? These mages. Now, they had you locked up. They are trying to stop her influence, right? They're trying to stop her from her gift, really. Is there anything you want to do to them, or would you like to let them go? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I keep muting because my computer sounds like it's about to take off and fly to the moon. As soon as the shield goes down, Joy starts to unravel. It looks like a long, almost insectoid body covered in fur with these like long sets of legs.
Like centipede legs?
Like centipede legs. But once its head pokes back, you can see kind of a human face with a mouth that really shouldn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna send you guys one of the reference images for this character. It's too big. It's got too many teeth. It's just not really pleasant to look at. Maybe for Astrid, but okay. If my computer will work. It is in the Spacey Deep chat. And starts just laughing, not maniacally, just like happy laughter, as if you just told it like the funniest fucking thing that it had heard, all week, and immediately starts shooting for the first mage within range to just destroy it.
What would you like to do? He as he's trying to help this one make the teleportation circle faster, and you can see it begins to glow. He turns and what do you want to do to him? As it's just get to him incredibly quickly.
Start attacking it. Claws and biting, just as efficiently and brutally as I can, just kill him.
Okay, very well. So give me damage for that. You'll hit him.
Okay. Oh. I didn't realize there was additional damage to this damage. Hang on. I gotta do math. 15 with the first claw hit, and some of that is psychic damage. I can tell you the exact amount of the psychic damage if you want, if that's relevant to you.
You can tell me what?
The exact amount that is psychic damage with that.
Yes.
That would be 9 psychic damage. The rest of the 12. Wait, did I
As
do math
you
wrong? 6,
as you
7, 8, 9,
stab
10.
him with your claw, and if he dies on your first attack, you can continue your attacks onto the other ones.
Okay.
So as one of your claws, what do your claws look like? What do you choose for them to look like?
I imagine kind of like the buggy things that we've had before that came out of the ground, where it's like, wait, wait. It's like literally just a big praying mantis, almost
Yes.
kind of like chitter legs, you know?
But like the Kruthic?
Yeah, Kruthic, that's who.
Yeah, the Kruthics. So you have this big like scyther sort of leg that comes out and spears into him as he goes, "Ah, ah, ah," and that hurts incredibly. It does a lot of damage to his body.
That's a lot of damage.
But that's not what kills him. What kills him is when you stab him, you can see him experience the pain, and then he experiences her gift. And you can see that it fills his mind as he looks upon you in horror, as your mouth is wide open, and as he looks into your swirling eyes, you can see the fear and the sheer chaotic energy just fill his eyes as he and begins to just scream, not in pain anymore, but in fear and awe, and he begins to weep blood as he just and he has a heart attack and dies. As you
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
As you rip your claw to him, you can continue to the next one.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep on going.
Roll that damage. Let's see how many of these.
That's a lot of damage
before they get swarmed by Zambles.
Oh god, I'm so bad at math. 16 points of damage, and 8 of that is psychic damage.
Yep. So this one again, as you spear him with your claw, do you get 3 attacks or 2?
I get 3, 2 with my claws and 1 with my bite.
Okay. As you spear him, you lift him up, and very similar as he gets speared, this time his eyes light up with like this glowing sort of yellow light as he I can see it all as he and you slam him to the ground as he dies. The other mages are horrified. Some of them begin to abandon the teleportation circle and run. You see one trying to cast on itself to like try to fly away. You go to bite the next one. The next one would be the one who's trying to fly as he's going past like your head.
Just the next one. It's 18 points of damage, 13 of which is psychic.
Oof. So how does it look when you kill him with your bite and kill him with?
Probably similarly to like the legs. It would bite and let go, because it's like you said, it's
almost like venom.
Giving it something is that's what kills it. It's not like shaking it or anything like that.
So you grab it and like throw him to the ground as he and he starts clawing at his own face in like panic, and begins to rip at his own skin in like madness, and slams his own head against the ground, laughing hysterically until he dies. And as you kind of stand finished with your attacks and kind of laughing, the rest of the mages begin to get swallowed up. And one of them, the one is making the teleportation circle as one of the mages is getting like stabbed by one of the zombies. The other one goes, fuck Bathekala. You have to go to the catacombs. Fuck the city. We gotta go to the catacombs. And he's like, okay. And the two that weren't being onslaughted of the 10 vanish into the catacombs and seem to have escaped. But as zombies begin to rip the rest of them apart as they like die underneath you, you see some of the kindred that share this energy, this gift, the walking baby-headed spider, the roly-poly creature, and this person. And Astrid, you look upon this thing that just did some dope shit. And assume that this is probably the thing that they were keeping in the basement.
Yeah, I would assume, yes.
Randy, you're also there, and it's a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just like, okay, just touching my new buttons.
As you're standing there, Randy, you can hear in your head, "Wow."
I'm basically naked under the pea coat as well. So,
I would imagine you're wearing like dress pants and a button-up shirt.
oh, I thought
like
I
a
was
loose
in like
tie.
a prisoner garb.
Would you like to be in like a scrubs sort of, or like
I
a hospital gown?
pictured basically a potato sack and my dress shoes when I was discovered.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So Astrid,
I don't know. I mean, everything was kind of just locked up.
and now it's very much not locked up.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, I thought it was just going to be two things down here, but now I see, like, oh, there was a lot of shit here that was locked up.
Well, this was the one in the very large room.
Yeah, they said something about killing it, though, right? Okay.
Well, as you look upon it too, I should mention, because of the nature of the creature, because of the nature of joy, you know how you have essentially this perpetual hallucinations of like great ghost creatures and things of that nature. This eldritch sort of gift that was given to you, though it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the exact same energy as this creature. There is a familiarity with it, something that drastically affects, alters the mind. To an incredible degree. I mean, this thing bit people and they died from like madness. But as you look upon it, you can see, whereas sometimes you'll see the great ghosts, you see like bugs kind of curling around it and like skittering. You see great spider legs sort of like come into being and then fade, almost like butterfly wings around it. You see energy just kind of move and shift in a close proximity. Like it can't like morph and affect the world around it, but like it is morphed and affected in some way. This is a special and unique creature. These other beings are like close, they're weird, like they're clearly not natural and like they were created or something. This thing is like a whole nother level. So these things are also dead, so they don't have the same kind of energy anymore, but this thing does.
So we got Randy and you. So why is the wisdom afraid of you?
Joy just kind of skitters over unthreateningly to Astrid, and it's like, they didn't want to hear the truth. They didn't want to experience happiness.
Yeah, no, I get that. I tried to tell him the truth once too. I get that.
The truth?
Alright, we're gonna
Happiness?
kill the wisdom.
Okay.
Repeat that. Sorry, I didn't hear you out of game.
We're gonna kill the wisdom.
I was asking the truth, happiness. Like these are such like silly concepts that you guys are discussing, but then you say you're gonna kill the wisdom, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm here for the ride.
As you button up your peacoat,
Yeah.
as you say that, you hear, and it's the pile of dead. You hear, and somebody throws one of the bodies off, drastically wounded. One of the fighters sitting there, and the zombie's like, and he goes, like they're gonna move in to kill him.
Yeah.
They don't do anything, and he goes, "You'll never kill the wisdom. Right now, two of our own have escaped to the catacombs. They will warn the Betheka, and you will die."
No, I probably won't. I let them go. I wanted them to get out. I've been letting people go left and right. I hope for someone who calls themselves the wisdom, he should know that I'm here, yeah? Without people having to go tell him.
I'm sure he does.
Oh, good. Then maybe he'll be quick about getting his butt over here.
He will not come to you.
I think he will.
And you will never make it to him. There's a city of us between you and he, and we will protect him to the last breath.
Oh, that's good, because I'm going to burn it down.
never make it.
I barely broke a sweat in this, whatever this place is. I will make it.
You will die, and then we will burn you and bury you amongst
I don't even
the
know you.
forgotten dead.
Who are you?
Carl.
Listen, what did he say?
I am Paul. I am Paul.
All right, Paul. It's about give or take. It depends on how strong you are.
Blood comes out of his mouth.
You're giving me this high and mighty about killing me. Whenever you decide to just give up, the quicker the better. You're gonna come back, and I'm gonna make you tear your city down. Paul, welcome to the team. I want to kill him.
Do you just want to slash his throat with your claws? Welcome to the team.
We're now a team of 4.
And you watch as he stands up.
Oh, it's too bad he can't still be in there.
I
shouldn't have killed him. I should have just taken his mind.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Would you like to speak with dead?
Yeah, but I can't keep that perpetually. I'll
do
speak,
it at the right time.
Yeah, I'll speak with dead.
Do it at the right time, because that will bring him back to his body.
Yeah, I know.
But you're controlling his body. So you could theoretically have him kill somebody and he has to watch it.
Yeah,
Or
I'm gonna keep
burn
Paul
something
close.
else.
It's kind of
Paul's
frightening.
now part of the actual.
Paul
the
stands
18.
up. The zombie Paul stands up, cracks his neck, and because he is like a potent monk kind of, and
Was he the one with the tattoos and as
A
if
lot-
he ripped off his
all
sleeve?
all of them do. That's how they separate. So what I have for separated from scientists and soldiers is that all the soldiers don't have sleeves
They
and
rip
have
them off.
tribal tattoos, and all the scientists are in robes and shit. That was the difference. So but he's one of the soldiers essentially, like a grunt, and now you have basically this fucking room full of monsters more above you. You remember which direction that city was, and there's something called the catacombs somewhere.
Yeah, I'll find him.
You would imagine nearby if they just if they
Yeah,
were not the
underground
city.
somewhere.
We don't have time for the city.
Yeah.
They said take us to the catacombs, so the catacombs must be near. And
Yeah, but I want to burn the city to the ground.
the catacombs lead to the city. I got you. Come on. It's a nice straight shot to destruction.
Okay,
Gotcha. And as you all stand there, as Paul rises, cracks his neck, and prepares himself, as you've readied someone to the team, someone who is so devout, and you wish to make them watch their own city burn and their own, essentially, idol of worship die at their doing. You look around at your strange team, a whole fuck ton of zombies and bizarre creatures, a man in a peacoat top hat and with incredible psionic abilities, and Joy, this thing that is claws, fur, and more teeth than you can count, but quite friendly.
Very pretty.
And very, it's pretty. Isn't that cool?
Pretty.
Though, and I think that with you focused on destroying the wisdom, with a goal set ahead of you, is where we will stop for right now.
Okay.
And continue the next time we play, and we can have you guys find the catacombs
Next time on When We Were Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we will end there.
Okay.
Pick up next time. It was a really good touch with Paul. Good job. That was good. I liked that. It was very
I
nice.
second guessed it. I could have done so much more, but
With what? No,
I
you did
still do.
great. Like keep him crucified and alive. That's what I would have done.
no.
There's always intense evil or gore in our episodes, in our sessions.
There is. I play an online game that's also streamed, and at the end they always say, "Hey, everybody, go around the room and tell us what you're doing." And I always say, "I run my own D&D. I run an evil campaign. My friend," and when I say it, I run an evil campaign. My friends are the worst people ever. You're fucking terrible. You're fucking really bad, and I love it. It's because
That's
I
so
wouldn't have it
good.
any other way. I fucking love it.
I think we are an anomaly. You hear evil campaigns never last
Yeah.
beyond a couple months, if that.
And I think it's because they always betray each other, right? And we can talk about this more some other time, but I think like I was like, oh, I really need to make sure that you guys only stay to like one country and that you don't have like really I was afraid of that. So I limited what When We Were Evil was gonna be to just Marcellia and destroy Marcellia. It's still fun and cool, but like seeing how you guys are and how you guys are like clever about it, I was like, fuck, I could have let you guys run across the whole planet. You know, like really, like I could have just let.
Oh,
you
we
go
will.
all wild. What?
We will.
but you know, maybe
Yes, the
another
first step.
Yeah,
These
this
are
is
proving
this is how you
grounds.
yes, this is how you become a step above others.
This is how we become end bosses.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we will end there, and yeah. So until
Very
next
good.
Woo.
we can stop recording now. I think, right? Jeff?
Dubai.
Bye.
Bye.
I almost hung up the call instead.